He either isn't being straight with Canadians, Mr. Speaker, or his Chief of Staff chose to cover it up and keep him in the dark. Will he fire his Chief of Staff?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yet again, the Conservatives won't let the facts get in the way of a good political argument. The official opposition needs to stoop to the level of disgusting personal attacks is yet another example of the loss they feel of being even slightly relevant at a time when there is a pandemic where the solutions are based on science, at a time where the government has demonstrated through a budget that we are there for Canadians. All they can do is sling mud.
The Honourable Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
Oh, now the Prime Minister is the victim. Give me a break. The fact is the Prime Minister and his government covered up serious allegations of sexual misconduct against the Chief of the Defence Staff, and now he's covering up his cover-up by saying he didn't know. It's just not believable. What's believable is this. The Prime Minister only pretends to be a feminist, when in fact he's at the top of the old boys club. Just a wink and a nudge. Don't worry, boys, your secret is safe with him. Isn't that the truth?
If the Prime Minister's claims are actually true, and he had known General Vance was accused of sexual misconduct in 2018, would he have fired him?
It is interesting to see the Conservatives continue to complain about a process that they themselves used in 2015.
At the end of the day, it is very clear that the Prime Minister knew about the allegations against General Vance. But what we want to know is, what is the Prime Minister going to do now? Right now, the message being sent to women in the Canadian Forces is if you raise a complaint, and even if it makes it to the highest level, nothing gets done. That will send a chilling message to women across this country, and currently sends a message that women are not safe in the Canadian Forces. So what is the Prime Minister going to do? Will he let the minister that allowed this to happen remain? Will he bring in place some accountability? What will this Prime Minister do to protect women in the Canadian Forces?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, anyone who serves in our military and indeed works in any office or any workplace across this country deserves to have the supports and resources if they come forward with allegations or concerns, and indeed should be in a workplace free from harassment or intimidation or assault.
What you permit is what you promote. The Prime Minister is the most powerful man in the country. Rather than standing for women in the face of serious allegations of misconduct against General Vance, the Prime Minister has reinforced an entrenched and toxic military culture. His inaction has emboldened the military old boys and denied women the opportunity to be believed. If the PM had known about the allegations against General Vance, would he have removed him?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it is incredibly important that we create a system that we don't have at this point. Even with all the improvements that have been made, we need to ensure that anyone who has been affected by misconduct, by sexual assault, by harassment, is able to come forward in all comfort and engage in a proper process that will lead to consequences. We simply do not have that right now, Mr. Speaker, and we have worked very hard to ensure that there are processes in place, but we know there's more to do, and we will be announcing more extremely shortly.